serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service.
Headlines ngayon, sports news, magazine, celebrity, entertainment, interviews, music, and more. All in one. All in one. Dadalhin sa inyo ng mas pinaganda, mas komprehensibo, mas malaman. Radyo Pilipinas 2, 918 AM.
Ang mga pahayag, komento, pananaw o opinyon ng anchor at mga panauhin mula sa programang ito ay hindi opisyal o personal na pahayag, pananaw o opinyon ng himpilang ito ng Philippine Broadcasting Service, Bureau of Broadcast Services, PBS-BBS. Hindi rin ito kumakatawan sa mga polisiya at regulasyon ng ahensya at sa mga kawani ng PBS-BBS.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Sports Lockdown here at Radio Pilipinas 2. It's another Saturday afternoon here on the show, and kumusta ho kayong lahat? At I hope you're all doing well. About me, I'm wearing FIBA because it's FIBA shirt here, because it's the FIBA fever already. And we've been preparing for the FIBA World Cup. I'm one of the busy people here sa FIBA because we are already starting the setup, and some delegations are already coming. So busy na. And but still we have a show, and we have a very special guest. Kaya we're here kahit na nagse-set up kami dito sa FIBA, hindi po pwedeng walang sports lockdown, 'di ba? So panoorin niyo to, panoorin niyo tong FIBA kasi this is a very historical event and a big event for the Philippines because we are hosting the World Cup for the first time. Pero hindi ho tayo lang ang host, kundi kasama natin ang Japan at ang Indonesia. So it's gonna be Manila, Jakarta, and Okinawa who will be hosting. Pero sa atin yung major events. And we have like 30 teams here in the Philippines. We have 3 venues. We have Mall of Asia, we have Araneta Coliseum, and of course, the first day or the opening ceremonies will be at the Philippine Arena, but the championships will be at the Mall of Asia Arena. So that's gonna be on August 25, a few days from now. So but of course the setup is already happening, and a lot of delegates coming. Media people are coming, setting up the venue, of course. So parang SEA Games, remember before 2019, talagang sobrang busy na lahat. Anyway, we're so excited because not only because of FIBA, but because of our guest this afternoon. Fresh na fresh, kakapanalo pa lang niya sa katatapos lang na 2023 palarong pambansa sa sport na swimming, and batang-bata. My gosh, talaga namang nakakatuwa kasi nakikita na natin ang future ng Philippine swimming, and masasabi natin na hindi ito basta-bastang swimmer kasi nangolekta lang naman ho ng medal at naka-break ng record. So wag na natin patagalin at let's all welcome ang napakaganda at batang-batang si Crystal Ava David. Ayan. Ayun. Hi, Crystal. I hope you can hear me well. Ayun. Hi, Crystal.
Hi po.
Yan. O, greet muna our viewers.
Hello. Hi.
Mahiyain. Talaga naman. Pero nangolekta lang naman ng medal yan. So, I hope Friday can join us now kasi medyo busy rin si Friday, yung aking co-host. So anyway, we'll wait for Friday to come in. Anyway, how are you, Crystal?
I'm doing great actually. It's been really well past week, but yeah, overall it's okay.
Oo nga, biglang before I go into a bit of history from your swimming life, did your life change after this win?
Yeah, it kind of actually did. Like all of a sudden, there are reporters. All of a sudden, people want to be my friends. But yeah, it's actually changed a lot.
Yeah. Well, winning a medal is not really, it's not easy, but winning a lot of medals. I saw your picture. My gosh, it's not really easy because you've sobrang dami ng medal mo. How many was that? 6?
Six medals, pero three golds, three silvers.
Oh my gosh. Kahit na silver yun, no, hindi pa rin, medal pa rin yun, Krista. But anyway, before we discuss that, can you give us a brief background? How did you start swimming? Did you like it first, or did your parents introduce you to swimming? Paano ba? Anong ilang taon ka nung mag-start ka mag-swimming?
My parents enrolled me actually my mom enrolled me when I was like 6 because she was scared of water and she wanted me to have like a basic survival instinct.
Mhm.
And I was around senior kinder that time. And actually, funny story actually, one of my crush back then in senior kinder started swimming and he was in competitive swimming. So I wanted to like impress. So we joined competitive swimming. We joined the varsity. Tapos we met our coach, Coach Doll. That's the CSA coach. And she really thought we had potential for varsity swimming. So we continued on from there. And that's where we are right here because of varsity swimming.
Wow. What school are you studying?
We're studying in Colegio San Agustin, Makati.
Mm. So since then, when you were 6 years old, right?
Yeah,
When you started swimming. But
yeah.
did your parents thought of, Crystal will be doing competitive swimming or will be competing in the future? Did they even thought about it like that?
We didn't think about it like that. My parents didn't think about it like that. They just wanted me to have like a basic knowledge of it, just in case like any emergency comes. But then we went down the pipeline of the competitive swimming, and yeah, this is where we are today.
Wow. But you never had like, were you like the kid who doesn't like water? Or
Oh,
you're the kid who really loves water, you just jump?
I was the kid who just jumped. It was actually my mom who's the one who's scared of water. That was the reason she signed me up in the first place.
Kasi there are kids who doesn't like water.
Yeah.
There are kids who are afraid of water. That's why, for one, my sister doesn't like water before. She's freaking out every time we put her in the pool. But not like you. So after enrolling, how many years were after that? How many years passed when they saw your potential, especially the Coach Dal?
Yeah.
Hi, Coach Dal. Hello, if you're watching.
Um, it in grade one, Coach Dahl actually thought I had potential, but I was too young to actually act out on it. So we waited until I was grade three, but then the pandemic hit and I had to like start back from zero when we got back into training.
Mhm.
Last year actually, in 2022, we started
Oh,
really training, like the real training. And just also last year, she found out I had good potential, great potential. So that's when she started training me for specific events, for specific swims. And yeah,
so what were you doing then during the pandemic? Because of course we are not allowed to go out and swim. Paano? How do you train? Puro calisthenics, puro Zoom, puro.
Yeah. We were using Zoom land trainings. So it's
Mhm.
still kind of like training,
Yeah.
but basically just land training. And every now and then, me and my mom, like every week, once a week, we would go to like either our um community pool or my cousin's pool to like practice. But I wouldn't really call it real practice because I just did a couple laps in there and then ate.
Mm. Pero it's a struggle for you during the pandemic that was there an eagerness for you? I want to train. I want to train. May ganon?
Like I really missed the pool. It
Mhm.
was it was so nice to like after the pandemic to like really swim again. It was really nice. But then a couple minutes later I realized how hard it actually was because I started back from basically base zero because
Mhm.
after the pandemic.
Yeah. Pero yung swimming mo, Crystal, during that time was already competitive na o it's just like sabi mo nga para security wise na anytime na tumalon ka sa water okay lang hindi ka malulunod, but it already competitive training na or
Yeah,
nagko-compete ka na?
yeah. Before the pandemic we were already competing since grade 1 actually.
What was your age when you started competing? 'Di ba may age bracket 'yan, 'di ba?
Yeah, we were
Age.
around like late turning seven basically. 7.
So seven turning 7 ka nun. What was your first how did you feel when you first competed? May jitters ba? Kasi iba yung competition, ha? Iba yung just swimming with your friends and with your co-trainees.
I didn't actually view it as a competition because I didn't know what a real competition felt like at that time. So I thought it was just a big training session with other kids. But
Mhm.
when I found out it was a real competition and like with other people that I need to actually compete with, I got super, super scared. Like my first novice was really scary because there are all these like
Yeah.
older kids for the first time. Yeah,
So
it was nerve-wracking.
How did Coach Dal ask you or uh told your parents or huy si Crystal mukhang pwede na nating ilaban kasi ganito na yung time niya sa ano yun binase niya sa time mo or sa speed mo?
We had a time trial or like tryouts for varsity, and
Mm.
she tried to convince my parents because her and my parents were friends because their kids were friends back
Mhm.
then. So they kind of knew each other, and Coach Lau convinced my parents to let me join. Because
Do you
at
have
first, my
siblings?
mom,
Do you have
yeah,
siblings?
I have a sister.
So they're swimming also. But
Oh
she's
no,
swimming.
they does a different sport.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So what is it in swimming that katulad na sabi mo nga, your sister is not into swimming, it's a different sport. What was in swimming na na-hook ka na doon?
Um, Mainly most of my friends were there. I like that part, but I don't know about like the feeling. The feeling like there's a certain feeling during competitions I like the adrenaline, the thrill, the feeling that you only got like one chance.
Mhm, mhm.
That feeling. I really like that feeling.
So nawala na yung kaya mo gusto mag-swimming kasi nando'n si crush. Wala na yun.
Wala na yun. That was in senior kinder pa.
Yeah, pero nakatulong yun.
Yeah, that helped. That
It
helped.
helped kasi you made yourself go into swimming 'di ba? Salamat kay crush.
Yeah.
Pero eto, kidding aside. So you're now doing you're now competing for for your school, right?
Yeah.
Was it is it hard for you to divide your time in academics and the time you to train? Kasi like yeah, for me, I was an athlete before. I also swam in school. Was it hard that instead of like, naku, gagawa pa ako ng assignment, gagawa pa ako ng project, pero you need to train. Hindi ka ba nahirapan?
It wasn't hard the first 3 years, so that means grades 1 to 3. It wasn't really hard because I had my mom to help me a lot on those assignments.
Mhm.
When I mean help, I mean she did them. And
Kaya nabuko si mami.
the training back then wasn't as like hardcore because we were still kids. But as we gradually went up, like grades 4, 5, 6, that's when I had to really start making schedules, planning. I had to like tell my classmates like, oh, call me only on Sundays because that's the only day I'm free. And
Oh
I
my
crammed
gosh.
all my projects like on Friday because I had training the next morning. So it got difficult. But then I learned how to like time management and stuff. And it gradually got easier because, well, of the online and the computer stuff. I don't need to carry that much stuff anymore.
Yeah. But how about being a kid? Kasi, yeah, you're training, you're in the pool compared to your friends who are like playing outside or going to the park and playing. Did you ever had that kind of like, why are they playing? Why are not they playing with me? Or why aren't they playing with them?
Yeah.
And not at the pool. Walang ganon.
No, I actually had like so many fights with my parents and my mom.
Mm.
Like, oh, why can't I play outside like them? But then as I got older, I realized I'd rather be doing this than playing outside than
Mm.
going to the mall.
So
Because
parang ang ano,
it's not
parang
my
ang nangyari, Crystal,
habitat.
ang naging playground mo is the pool.
Yeah,
Tama.
basically. Yeah.
Oh. Pero with that kind of ano naman, with that kind of lifestyle naman, um when was the time na nakita mo yung sarili mo like nag-compete ka na, di ba? Anong part ng like ng childhood mo na nakita ng parents mo at saka ni Coach Dal na ibang level na to si Crystal, hindi na to basta training. We wanna go to the next level. What age were you then nung nakita na nila
That
yung
was last year.
last
Last
year
year
lang?
there was this competition called PNAG, the
Mm-mm.
Philippine National Age Group, you know that.
Mm-mm.
I joined it in as like a fun thing, and the only thing that made me nervous there was the qualifying times, because if we didn't meet the qualifying time, I would have to pay, and I didn't want to pay.
Oh,
Yeah,
may ganon.
yeah.
May ganon pala. Pag hindi mo na-meet yung qualifying time, magbabayad ka?
Yeah. And
Wow.
when I swam there, we realized my potential against the other kids. We saw how I fared against kids my age, kids who were faster than me. And like, I have potential, I can do it. If I just train harder, I could reach the top.
Mm. So may ganun palang ano. So nung nakita nyo na yung ganung nung nakitaan ka na nila ng ganung potential, what went through your mind na teka lang, dito nga medyo hirap na ako eh.
Yeah.
Hindi ka ba ano or hindi ka ba parang teka lang, kaya ko ba to? Or nasabi mo ba sa sarili mo na kakayanin ko to? May ganun ka bang factor? Naglaban ba yun na you doubted yourself? Or mas na-challenge ka? Kasi you're going up into the next level.
It was like a 50-50. Half of my mind thought like, oh, you can't do this. You're not skilled enough yet. And the other half really said like, challenge yourself. Just train harder, become better. And I think personally in the end, the challenge yourself brain fought and won.
Oo nga. Kasi mahirap yan Ako, I've been there. I know how it feels when you're in the water. Especially when you're doing laps. I've seen my kids, I've seen a lot of swimmers na talagang saludo ako sa mga swimmers na katulad nyo. It's not a joke when you train. Halos yung lung capacity mo kailangan malakas di ba? Like especially like ano ba yung pinagagawa ng coach nung anak ko sa akin? Sa kanila ano muna, individual medley muna tapos dulo yung butterfly. My gosh, parang
Like a
sabog-sabog.
reverse I am.
Yeah, I am. Tapos kung ano yung pinakamahirap, yun pa yung gagawin nila. So, kaya alam ko yung hirap ng isang ano Did you ever thought about, teka lang, pwedeng, pwedeng ano muna, pwedeng yung gusto ko muna, or pwedeng mag-iba naman muna ako na, did you ever thought of going and trying another sport? Instead of,
Um,
besides swimming?
I've thought about it, but I've never actually like acted on it. I've thought like, oh, what if I've never done swimming? Would I be like an academic scholarship person, or would I have found another sport?
Mm.
And I think the main conclusion to that thought is even if I didn't start swimming, I would have to find a sport somehow, be it soccer or basketball or volleyball. I would have found like some other sport to replace it. So yeah.
So wow, nakakaano no. Pero matanong ko nga, kasi swimming is, yeah, you have the lung capacity already, you have the endurance, you have the power. What's your best ano? Well, kasi kanya-kanya ano yan, di ba? Kanya-kanyang discipline yan Malakas ka sa ganito, malakas ka sa ganyan. Saan ka malakas? Ano yung best event mo?
My best event recently during the Palaro was the 50 breast and the 100 breast. Because, well, those are the records I broke.
So,
I'm
sprinter ka?
Yeah, sprinter for breaststroke. Pero when it comes to other strokes like freestyle or backstroke, I am not a sprinter. My coach wants me to be more of a 200s type person, 200s and above.
Oh.
And I think personally, I'm like a middle sort of person. That means like 100s, 200s. And of course, I have the 200 IM, which I also won. So yeah, those three, the 150-meter breast and the 2 IM, I'm claiming it as my 3 best events for now.
Nagre-relay ka rin?
Oh yeah, I do relays. But my coach only puts me in the longer relays because she knows I have the endurance for it.
Wow. Alam mo, nakakabilib yung mga katulad nyo, lalo na yung mga bata ngayon. Yung mga, well, there are a lot of athletes nowadays. They, they go into sports na medyo, yung kasi yung sa yung sa swimming kasi ano yan conventional sport Yung sport ngayon ng mga bata iba Like yung extreme sports or yung mga glamour sports like gymnastics, kailangan para may konting grace, may ano. Yung iba naman as in hardcore sports like triathlon, iba naman 'yon. Did you ever thought of going into more extreme like yun nga triathlon, like malakas ka sa swimming? Wala ba nag-offer uy mag-duathlon ka, baka pwede kang mag-swimming at the same time you run? May ganon, may nagsabi sa'yo?
We had suggestions, pero I didn't really like the thought of doing that because like the thought itself already tired me out. But we did try stepping it up, the swimming part, to a next level by going open water swimming, which is basically swimming in the ocean. We did 1,500 open water. My team in October has open water swimming that's 5,000 meters. But I didn't join that because I have competitions that day. But that's the only time we thought of stepping it up. And I think it was a good experience, but I didn't like the jellyfish.
Kasi malakas, may mga ganyan na na they take the advantage of mga swimmers and malalakas na swimmers to put into another sport na katulad nun, yung duathlon or yung open water swimming. Kasi yung foundation mo malaki, malakas. Pero of course, iba yung iba pa rin yung nagsi-single out ka dun sa swimming and it paid off. And mamaya-maya kausapin natin ng parents mo kasi marami akong gustong itanong sa kanila na kasi we only see the athletes like you, like young athletes like you. We see you, we watch you on your videos or in the competitions. Pero yung struggle ng parents, ano yung mga struggle ng parents? Paano nila hinahandle yung mga mood swings ng kanilang mga athlete na anak? At saka yung mga tantrums, may mga yan, nabanggit ko yung mood swings, Crystal. Do you have mood swings like meron ka bang times na ayoko, natamad ako mag-training ngayon? Kailangan kong
Yeah.
panoorin si BTS ngayon, mamaya na ako magte-training. Pwede bang ganun? May ganun ka
I
ba?
have so many of those, especially during morning trainings or when the trainings like before school. Because we have trainings twice a day, like before school, then after school. We have to wake up so early. And at some point, I think my mom told me that my tantrum or like my mood swing went so hard that she just decided not to wake me up at all. And I miss swimming. But I think over the time you get used to it, your body like wakes you up unconditionally. Even when it's a weekend, I wake up at like 6 because that's my body alarm now.
Mm-mm.
But I get used to it. At some point, I'm still not used to it. But like,
Di, isa pa sa napansin ko ako, I'm speaking through experience because some of my tinitrain na athletes before, not not only in swimming but in other sports, may mga mood swings eh. Pero yung isa sa gusto ko itanong sa iyo pa is what was the benefit uh, for you when you went into swimming? Malaki ba ang benefit sa'yo, especially sa health at saka sa physique?
I think it has like a lot of benefit, especially within the health part, because when I started swimming, I was severely like underweight. So I
Hmm.
had to go into this weight feeding program. I had to like eat 3 cups of rice per
Really?
meal. Yeah. And I had to like eat a lot. And if I wasn't eating, my coach would like tell me to like drink like protein drinks or stuff like that. And it made me like a regular weight. The training also helped me with like broad shoulders right now and ever since I was young. But because of swimming, my legs also got like muscular and it made it look regular.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But how old are you now? Sorry
I'm
if
12.
I may ask.
I'm
12.
12, being 13 this month.
Mm-hmm. Marami pang changes na mangyayari sa ano mo, sa body structure mo since you're just only 12. Um, Not only because of how you train, but because of course, the physical change that will occur anytime soon. Because you're growing, you're aging, definitely mag-iiba pa yan katawan mo. May yung mga, sabi nga yung mga baby fats mo, made-develop pa yan, Crystal. So, expect a lot. Kasi now that you are, that you won this palaro, and a lot of people are expecting a lot from you. Kasi iba na to di ba? You're holding like, I was so naaastigan ako sa iyo yung hawak mo yung medal mo. Can you show your medals? Where are
Oh,
your medals?
I have them here on the side lang. I didn't think I need them. But wait, they're like here.
Ayun. Alam mo, astig mo yung nakaganon ka, hawak-hawak mo ganon. Tapos, kasi it's not anymore a joke because it's like palarong pambansa na yan. And what's
Yeah.
next after palaro? It's the Philippine National Games.
Yeah.
Philippine National Games is susunod na is for you there are a lot of opportunities for you, not only in the but in the major leagues of swimming. Pwedeng mag-national tryouts na yan or whatever. Do you think it's is it your dream to be in that kind of level in swimming?
Oh yeah, it was my dream. When I was younger, actually, I had this big dream, but of course that's not really realistic. But um I think the Philippine level, or like Philippine games, the Palaro Pambansa, is really nice. But I think to actually make it like out international, out like to the world, the big ones, the big competitions, I would have to like do years of training just to make that.
Mm-mm. Before we take a break, who are may idols ka ba or may mga na nag-inspire ba sa'yo, like may mga personal na iniidolo ka ba sa swimming?
There's so many, more than I could name. My co-swimmers, my competitors, especially like people I'm competing with. During the Palaro Pambansa, I made great friends with my biggest competitors. They're like big inspirations for me because they're the ones that like made me think, oh, I can go faster. Oh, this is a big challenge. I need to train harder. And of course, my coaches, because they're my coaches. They inspire me. My swim mates, because they're the ones that help me push me forward, and my parents.
Yun.
Definitely my parents are inspiration.
So you mentioned your parents. Later on, after the break, we will be asking your parents to join us para mas maganda yung kwentuhan natin. And may mga gusto ko itanong sa kanila about being a parent to an athlete. So we'll just pause for a short break and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Don't go away.
ROTC Games, yo, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Ito po si Senator Francis Tol Tolentino. Suportahan po natin ang Philippine ROTC Games 2023.
Tolentino, tol ng bawat Pilipino.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still here with our special guest, si Crystal Ava David, our Palarong Pambansa swimming champion. At kasama niya ang kanyang mga naggagwapuhan at naggagandahang mga magulang, ang kanyang mga parents. Yan, may pinagmanahan. Ayan. Daddy, ano nga bang name mo, Daddy?
Kim. I'm Kim. Kim David.
Ayan, si Sir Kim at saka si Ma'am Ana. Ayan. So, magandang hapon ho at buti na lang at pinagbigyan nyo ako, isama ko kayo kasi may mga parents na ayaw. Anyway, kanina tinatanong ko yung sabi nga ni Crystal kanina about her being into swimming, kayo daw po ang salarin. kayo daw po ang nag-introduce sa kanya. Of all sports, Daddy Kim, Mami Ana, why swimming?
Ano mo yung parang one of the summers na dahil summer mainit, pwede siya mag-swimming. And plus, siyempre gusto namin matuto yung mga batang mag-basic swimming lessons. Kasi for us, medyo important yun matutunan ng mga bata. So yun, tinry lang namin siyang ibato sa tubig.
Lumutang.
Lumutang, yun, marunong naman, okay naman siya. Yun, so basically, yun lang, parang magkaroon lang siya ng number 1 summer activity. And siyempre, maging active during that time.
Did you thought of any other sports besides swimming?
Being biased, kasi yung family namin medyo sporty din. I'm into football. Tapos, Anna is into ballet. Sing, no? Siyempre, we tried ballet, we tried football, ayaw. Ayaw mapawisan.
Oh, kaya.
Yun. So, yeah, then we tried swimming also. Yun.
Sabi mo nga, Daddy Kim, iba yung ang bata marunong mag-swimming. Kampante ka bilang magulang kasi kahit iwanan mo sa pool yan, hindi yan malulunod.
True. Totoo yun.
Diba? Kasi nakakatakot lalo na pag mga family gathering or mga swimming party na hindi mo alam yung anak mo kung saan na napunta, mamaya nandun na sa tubig, di ba? Yan, kahit pakawalan mo kung saan tubig yan,
Pwede.
Makakalangoy yan.
Mm.
Pareho kayo ng katwiran ng daddy ko. Ganyan din ang daddy ko sa swimming. So, Mami Ana, nung nakita mo si Daddy Kim din, nung nakita mo tong si Crystal, iba na yung kasi may mga bata ka, makikita mo na ito lang ginagawa sa swimming, pero ito iba na, competitive, na medyo advanced. Ano yung nasa isip nyo? Are we going to pursue this? Or kasi mas mabigat yung needs nun eh. Anong naramdaman nyo? Were you convinced na sige, tuloy natin kasi iba yung nasa next level na siya ng kanyang sport?
It's hard to decide nung bata-bata pa siya. Mahirap i-determine kung ipupush mo yung bata into something na you think magaling siya. We had several discussions about this eh. Kasi parang ayaw mo naman itulak yung bata na later on, hindi pala yun yung gusto niya. So talagang it's really check and balance para ma-achieve niya yung ultimate goal niya. So ito, recently nga, maybe after the pandemic, dun lang namin nakita na nag-kick talaga yung interest niya dun sa breaststroke. So that's when we doubled up yung training. So happy naman siya. So hanggat happy siya, happy kami. So ibig sabihin, kung saan siya masaya, doon lang namin siya ipupush, doon namin siya isusupport.
Wala bang naging obstacle about her, especially when it comes to growing up as a kid? Yun nga, nabanggit nga niya kanina, may mga away kayo na, Mom, why can't I play with them? Why do I have to go to the pool? Di ba? May ganun ba? May ganun ba kayong arguments?
Marami.
Kasi syempre, ordinaryong bata lumalaki, di ba?
Parang kasi meron kaming tinatawag ni Chris na me time. So pag me time yun, hindi namin, kasi the whole day sa kanya yun. Bahala siya, mag-gadget siya, mag-TV siya. Kasi hindi namin siyang guguluhin. So usually Sunday yun, hindi namin siya, kasi kahit sa kwarto lang siya, wala kaming, it's her day. Pero the rest of the time, siyempre naalala namin kung are you playing with other people na hindi So, yes, we think about it. Pero, mas gusto niya yung swimming.
Di ba siya umabot dun sa Mami? Di ba siya umabot dun sa punto na naglalaro siya ng, ang tawag doon, ng mga toys niya sa swimming pool? Wala bang gano'n?
Kasi di ba naabutan kami ng pandemic eh. So, 2-year pandemic as she was progressing sa swimming. Siyempre, naglatag kami ng makeshift swimming pool dito.
Yeah, oo.
Di balde ang katapat. So, marami siya mga toys, season siya doon for 2 years. So, umabot kami sa ganung point.
Ang hirap din, no? Kasi lalo na ng nakaraang pandemic, it was really hard for athletes yung sustainability, di ba? Like, paano mo masusustain? Hindi mo alam kung, sabi nga ni Crystal kanina, miss na miss niya yung pool. Pero nung bumalik, sabi nga kanina sinabi niya na nagseryoso sa training, was just last year, tama? Yung talagang matinding training. And a year later, medals na sa palaro yung kapalit. Were you not, parang, teka lang, this is not a joke anymore. How was it to parents like you? Sa athlete, okay lang kasi gusto niya Pero, how was it? Kasi, pag sa ganun, tama ba ako, Mami, Daddy, na malaki na yung demand? Especially sa time at saka sa mindset, iba na.
Siguro discipline-wise, since parehong like sporty rin kasi si Daddy ever since grade school, and then pati ako yung training ko rin in performing arts. So yung adjustment on the discipline na gigising ka, magsusports ka muna bago ka mag-school, and then what you eat, what time you sleep, how does your weekend goes. Parang yung adjustments on that, madali for the entire family. Kasi pareho naming naranasan while we were growing up. So it's basically ini-implement lang namin kay Crystal and just really making sure na happy siya sa ginagawa.
Yeah, we make sure na may balance siya. And we don't want to, alam mo yun, yung parang hindi dikdikin mo sa bata na ito yung kailangan mong gawin araw-araw, na buhay niya swimming. Hindi siya nanggaling sa amin, pero yung nakita namin na si Crystal mismo yung morning training, no? Siya mismo yung gumigising. Siya mismo yung tipong kailangan, I need to do this so that I can reach this goal. Sumasakay kami dun sa enthusiasm ng bata. Baliktad.
So
Hindi kami yung nagdi-dictate sa bata na ito yung kailangan mong gawin dahil yung bata ako.
So parang sinasabi mo, Daddy Kim, na nandun lang kayo, sumusuporta lang kayo sa kung ano gusto niya.
Yes, yun yung sa start kasi talagang ride on kami dun sa trip ng bata. So, and nagkataon lang na gumaling yung bata because of that quote-unquote freedom. Kasi parang nakuha niya sa sarili niya yung discipline without us.
Hindi pinilit.
Hindi dinidikdik, di ba? Parang ayaw namin ng ganun. Feeling namin gumana siya. Kanya-kanya naman kasi siya. So, sa kanya gumana na she was able to find out for herself the discipline and the enthusiasm. Kami, support lang ng todo.
Pero eto, ibang usapan na to, Daddy Kim and Mommy Ann, and of course, Crystal. Palarong pambansa. This is, wow. This is the next level on which dun mo madidetermine yung future ng isang atleta eh. This is where Heidelin Diaz started. This is where Yumir Marshall grew up in the palarong pambansa. And now they're Olympians. Heidelin is a gold medalist. How, Crystal, what was going through your mind nung sinabi mo ni Coach Dal na, are you ready for palaro?
I thought I was pretty ready. I mean, the training was hard. We trained properly. We did the nutrition right. We did mostly everything right. So I thought, yeah, this is good. We're ready for it. That's my initial thought.
What was going through your mind, Daddy Kim and Mommy Anna, during the competition? Of course, it was a big event. What was going through your mind? Kasi ibang level na to, hindi na to inter-school o hindi na to varsity. This is something, wow.
Ako nagdasal ako. Nagdasal. Every 10 minutes nagdadasal ako. Actually, it's really just like that. Then, parang kagaya ng sinabi ni Crystal, nag-train naman siya talaga eh. And it's really up to her to do her best. And sabi rin naman ni Coach, trust the process, tsaka tiwala lang sa bata. So that's what we gave her, tiwala.
Hindi ba yeah. Say, go ahead, Daddy Kim.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Palaro, parang the first one was, we're happy na now how big palaro is sa Philippines, no? When I experienced before, sobrang bongga niya. So the fact na nakapasok siya sa palaro, yun pa lang medyo check na, okay na kami doon. And the fact na meron kaming chance para maka-break ng record was icing on the cake talaga. But sinabi nga namin na never stop your training, hindi porke nakapasok ka na, parang mag-steady ka na. So we were thankful, very happy kami nung.
About that record and of course that gold medal win and of course the silver medal win. Did you see it coming? Did you ever broke that record already during training, Crystal?
No, I didn't see it
Hindi
coming
pa?
at all.
Ever? Hindi pa naabot yung record na yon?
No, it only happened during Palaro. We didn't expect it to happen. It
Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
surprise.
So talagang super bonus.
Super twice.
Mm. Kasi ako, I'm training other athletes din. Pag may magbe-break kami ng record, alam na namin eh. Kasi doon pa lang sa gym o sa training pa lang, nagagawa na eh. So sabi namin, oh, break mo na yung record, gawin na natin. Ganon. So doon pa lang, nakikita na namin. So anticipated na namin agad that she can or he can break the record. Pero this one, iba eh. So what was the turning point that did coach said, come on, do this because we're gonna break a record, or totally walang may alam?
We just wanted our personal best.
Personal best.
We didn't know we were gonna break a record. It wasn't planned. We didn't talk about it really. We just wanted our personal best.
So that was what record was that?
The 100 meter breast, and then the 50-meter breast.
Wow, dalawa. What was the record before?
For the 100, I don't really know the milliseconds. And for the 50-meter, it was 36.
Wow. Ang bilis na. Ang bilis nun. And imagine coming from, well, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin coming from the pandemic eh, pero with 1 year preparation, di ba? Parang ang ano doon, ang bilis ng development mo. Kasi it was really imagine mo 6 medals, 3 golds and 3 silvers. Talagang ibang usapan 'yun. You have that special kind of power and speed na sabi mo, imagine, mommy, daddy, 1 year preparation. What more kung ano pa yung mga susunod niyan? And plus the fact that she's only 12. Sabi nga kanina, I was telling her kanina, ang laki pa na mga physical changes niyan at saka yung kanyang, kasi the more muscle she gains, yung physiological changes ang magbibigay ng more power at saka ng speed sa kanya. So after palaro, Crystal, what's next? What's your future plan?
We have Grand Prix. It's like, yeah, we have Grand Prix, national championships, and we're eyeing on the ASEAN tryouts actually.
Wow.
But yeah.
Teka lang, you're trying for ASEAN tryouts. Teka lang, matanong ko, maganda si Crystal eh. Wala bang balak mag-beauty pageant niyan?
Yeah.
Hindi pwede sa
Hindi lang beauty pageant, daddy, mommy. Hindi lang beauty pageant. Baka may kumuhang artista dyan. Oh.
Yun lang.
Diba? Christine Jacobs started as a swimmer, diba? Diane Castillejo started as a tennis player. Oh. Tapos, ayan na, artista na. Malay mo, hindi natin masabi. Open ba sa ganon? Open ba sa ganon?
Hindi ko alam. Ang hirap sagutin na. Puso ko.
Hindi, maganda ang anak ninyo eh. Malay mo, di ba, commercial, di ba? Hindi natin masabi. May mga sports brand dyan na gustong kumuha. Are you open to that?
Yes.
Oh, yes na.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes kami.
Kasi di ba, hindi natin masabi. Ano yan eh, hindi natin masabi yung career path. Pwedeng ang sport ang nagbigay sa kanya ng doorway to do that, di ba? Pero any message for those kids mas bata sa'yo, like mga 6-year-old, kung kailan ka nag-umpisa, do you have any message to them that someday we want to be like Crystal?
Wait. even if the road is tough, please keep trying because the goal is what makes it worth it at the end.
Ang galing. Di ba? Yun ano eh.
Nahihiya.
Masanay ka na, Crystal. Masanay ka na. Sabi ko nga, tinanong kita kanina eh, nagbago ba buhay mo after this palaro win? Sabi mo, ang laki ng pagbabago because there are a lot of interviews coming. Imagine, the more you achieve, the more interviews and opportunities will be coming your way. Kaya sanayin mo na yung sarili mo. Kaya dapat matuto ka ng humarap sa camera, mag-makeup, mga ganyan. Mommy, Daddy, any message to parents who are like ako, galing ako sa youth days ko na, ay nako, mag-focus ka nga sa pag-aaral mo, di yung puro sports, wala ka makikita dyan. Any message to those parents who has kids like you have?
Sa akin, support. Let's really consider happiness ng kids. It's not about what we like, it's about what they like. It's about their future. Ultimately, sila naman talaga yung magpapatakbo ng buhay nila. So dapat sila yung nasusunod. And we're just here to really support them, give them the nutrition that they need. And please, don't coach the kids kasi may mga coaches naman sila. Okay?
Mahirap ba pag ganon? Mahirap ba pag ang parents nakiki-coach? Mahirap ba yun?
Ang kinaganda niyan, hindi kasi ako marunong mag-swim. So talagang wala akong i-coach sa kanya. But I can teach her yung mga strengthening and flexibility exercises. Pero at least pagdating sa swimming, wala talaga. So nutrition na lang.
Daddy, as an athlete, what can you give out like a message to parents who has kids like you na alam na lang may talent yung anak nila eh?
But coming in from as an athlete also, as for the parents of future athletes, don't see yourself in your kid. Don't push them like how you wanted to be when you were young. Treat them and see their talent as their talent, not what could have been for you. Pag nalampasan mo yung ganong klaseng thinking, you will see how talented your child is as herself or as himself, and appreciate na kahit kunwari natalo, encourage pa rin. It's not all about the winning, it's about the experience, and the winning will follow.
So ibig sabihin, parang ang gusto mong sabihin, Daddy, yung pangarap mo, wag mong hayaan yung anak mo mag-fulfill.
Tama, sakto.
Diba? Maraming ganun.
Oo, may ganyan, di ba?
Buhay niya yan eh.
Oo, may naku, dati, kung hindi lang ako na nirayo
Yung panahon ko.
nung panahon ko, di ba?
Oo, diba? So, pwede naman, hindi naman may iwasan, pero wag natin siyang i-overpower kasi siyempre baka matakot yung bata, ma-intimidate.
Yeah.
Let them shine in their own. Yun siguro yung that's the best advice I could give to parents siguro.
Pero isa pang pahabol na question. Kasi may mga parents tayo na kilala dyan na talagang very supportive sa kanilang mga anak pagdating sa hilig sa sports or sa arts or whatever. Mahal ba ang magpasok or mag-alaga ng isang atletang anak? Kasi of course, 'di ba? Swimming lessons pa lang, tapos training and equipment, lalo na pag travel, 'di ba?
Yan.
How do you manage it?
Oo, mahal siya.
Ang hirap ng tanong.
Oo. But parang investment siya. Think of it as an investment if you really believe in your child. Parang you really need to kind of put some money into it. But yeah, actually, siguro harsh reality na Philippine sports, no? mahirap mag-umunlad yung atleta kapag hindi mo siya napupondahan ng tama.
Yeah.
That's for professional. Ganun din po sa mga bata. Kapag hindi mo siya nasusuporta, hindi mo na nahahatid sa school, hindi mo na nabibigyan ng pagkain or damit, nadi-discourage sila, not for anything else. Hindi nakakasama sa mga foreign trips.
Yeah. Totoo.
Sayang po yung opportunity. So I think that's a general rule being a Filipino athlete. Kailangan medyo mag-invest.
Isa pa naman sa common denominator na parating sinasabi sa akin ng mga na-interview namin dito, how important are the foreign trips, are the foreign competitions. Ang common denominator, napakalaki. Napakalaking tulong. Kasi dun sila na-develop talaga ng gusto, yung competitiveness nila. Kasi dito, kilala na nila yung nakakalaban nila eh. Halos araw-araw or halos buwan-buwan nakaka-compete sila. Sila. Pero once lumabas sila sa ibang bansa, iba na yung playing field. That's where they level up. Paano pag hindi mo kaya i-sustain yun, di ba?
Sabi nga nila pag if you travel to foreign competitions, it's not more of the winning, it's more of the experience.
Yeah.
Parang ganun pala yung number 1 sa buong mundo. Gusto ko rin maging ganun. Siyempre, paano mo makikita yun kung wala ka dun?
Totoo yun. At saka ang nakakalungkot, Daddy Kim and Mami Ana, yung especially yung mga kababayan natin, yung mga nasa far-flung areas, yung mga nasa provinces, they really wanted, like, may mga anak sila na gustong pumasok sa sports, pero wala silang pera. Yun yung talagang struggle eh. Pero nakikita mo, nandun yung talent eh. Pero yung financial capacity, hindi talaga kaya eh. So, well, swerte nung iba na talagang they got scholarship from schools and they and talagang iginapang or nakahanap ng paraan. Pero sabi ko nga eh, there are a lot of parents nowadays who are like you, and saludo ako sa mga parents na katulad ninyo kasi hindi madali sa mga magulang na katulad ninyo, lalo na yung mga sports na mahal yung equipment. Hindi basta-basta ang nun. So pero congratulations talaga Daddy Kim, Mami Ana, and of course Crystal. I know how it feels to achieve something, especially coming from where you came from, being a kid who just wants swimming. Tapos ngayon, sabi ko nga sa'yo, astig ako sa'yo, nakaganong ka, hawak-hawak mo yung medal. And I see a lot of potential and I see a lot of future in you, Crystal. I see the next Akiko Thompson in you. And ngayon pa lang, Daddy Kim, Mami Ana, sumasaludo na ako sa iyo at kino-congratulate ko na kayo. And and we know that the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Olympic Committee, and the new Association for Swimming is gearing towards the development of more achievers in swimming. And we want to see more of Crystal in the future. Gusto ko sa susunod makita na kita Crystal Ikaw na yung I need my Milo today. Oh, 'di ba? Ikaw na yung sinasabi.
Endorsement.
'Di ba?
Gusto ko yan.
'Di ba? Gusto kong marinig 'yon, 'di ba? Habang nagsuswimming ka, 'di ba? Pagka-ahon mo gano'n, umiinom ka ng Milo. Diba? Malay. Pag nagkatotoo yon, Crystal, ako yung una nagsabi sa'yo. Ako na yung nag-prophesy, di ba? Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I had a lot of fun interviewing you, and congratulations, and I look forward to seeing more medals naghahawakan mo ng ganon, Crystal. So by the way, may oras pa tayo. Crystal, baka may gusto kang pasalamatan.
May lista.
I have a
Go.
I want to thank these following people: for Coach Dal de Guzman for the training, discipline, and the technique she taught me; for Coach Wang; for Coach Kate Senior for the patience that she gave; for Teacher Annette for my core build-up and my body awareness; to my GSE family, Colegio San Agustin Varsity family; to my David family, my grandmama Muzeni for the support and love; my favorite Tito Kenneth; Tita Suan for the good food; Tita Carla and Tita Ethel for the good words of appreciation; to the Narciso family, for Tita Beth taking care of me when my mom's not around; for Tita Beng and Tita Poon for the most tech suits and chocolate drinks; and Tita Meng for trusting I can do it; for Tita Lani for giving me opportunity to prove myself; my comrades and my competitors in my age group; and of course my backbones, my mom, my dad, and my sister Ate Kyra, and all the gods and saints that my mom prayed to when I have competition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen. Daddy Kim, Mami Ann, anybody who may gusto ka pasalamatan?
Ako talagang thank you to Coach Dal de Guzman. Thank you sa patience. And we trust you. Bigay na namin sa'yo si Crystal. Saka thank you also to Coach Wet.
Yeah. Coach Dal and Coach Weng and Coach Kates, then thank you very much for the coaches. Ang laki ng tiwala namin sa inyo. For you, lalo nang gumagaling yung bata. So thank you very much for all the support. And to our families.
Yun. And also thank you so much sa inyong pamilya for gracing or accepting our invitation for Crystal to be here. And we're so honored and humbled na to see the future Olympic gold medalist.
Olympia. Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys. Next time,
Clean.
Daddy Kim, yung football mo naman ang pag-usapan natin dito.
Yes, sir.
Alis na bukas yan.
Pagpano na kami alis.
Sige. Pag-usapan natin yan. Message kita para maibigyan natin ng update yung ating mga manonood. So thank you so much, guys. And have a great weekend. We'll see you again soon. Congratulations, Crystal.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our 2023 Palarong Pambansa swimming champion and new record holder, Crystal Ava David. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yun. So, thank you so much to the David family, to Daddy Kim and Mommy Ann, and of course, Crystal. And to you guys who joined us and watched us. In behalf of my co-host Friday Garma and of course the good men and women of Radyo Pilipinas Dos and our two good engineers there at the master control, si Engineer Jess at si Engineer J Mart. Thank you so much for joining us in another very nice and informative episode here in Sports Lockdown sa Radyo Pilipinas Dos. This has been Monty Mendigoria. Have a great weekend. Nood kayo ng FIBA World Cup, ha? We'll see each other again next week sa ating meron na naman tayong isang napaka maganda at maayos na isa na namang guest na very interesting. So we'll see you again next week. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Kung saan yung brain nila ay nagde-develop pa. Ay